Yes, happy Thursday to you too. How are you doing, Sharon? I realized I forgot to do, I just did Instagram, which is working, sort of. And I need to do Twitter real quick. But let me turn this down this page. There we go. I'll go ahead and post that while I'm doing Twitter. Ready for my 3-day weekend? Wait a minute, what's 3-day weekend? Oh, is it Labor Day coming up? No. Wait. That's next weekend. Wait. 31st Monday is like, wait, I don't know. I think I kind of needed a little bit more sleep. Okay, let me go over here to Twitter. And let me go live. YouTube, whoops, youtubes.com/art of cute. Massive long hair that is stuck in my glove. Alright, there we go. Post. Alright. That's good. Let's close that. I've taken tomorrow off because it's moving day on campus. Oh gosh, yeah, I imagine. Oh wow, yeah. I imagine that's pretty hectic. Alright. Let's close that. Let me make sure this posted. That's working. Might be able to see her belt. I don't know if you can see her. She was bubbling and gurgling like a teapot. And I walked to and from work, so lots of, oh my goodness. Yeah, I bet that's, yeah, I totally understand. Oh, half stretch. Half stretch. He's kicking that leg out. The belly. She's out. She's out. Labor Day off, so back-to-back 3-day weekends. Nice. Very, very good. Excellent, excellent. Hold on, I want to copy and paste this quote. Close this now. Go. This quote by Audrey Hepburn. And I want to turn it into a comic. But I don't know, because originally I had thought maybe Pudge would be writing at his computer, and then he could kind of make the changes as the screen, you know, kind of you could see. I have a couple of ideas, because I was thinking of Pudge or Momo as the focus of this, but I feel like I haven't done a Momo comic recently. And I feel like I did this once before with changing your perspective. Because I had Momo frustrated. She was kind of messing up on a bunch of different revisions, and she throws her hands up and then kind of takes a nap or puts her head down, and then Coconut comes and turns the paper another direction, and then it changes the perspective, and Momochi then kind of, you know, is able to work again. So I'm wondering if it could be similar to that, but how would I set that up? Because she needs to be looking at something that is impossible, and then she thinks is impossible, and then she needs to have not a change of perspective, but, you know, I almost want to make it a motion comic and then add the space. I kind of feel like it could be at the computer. Could be at the computer, and then maybe Coconut comes in. How many panels is this going to be? Okay, I have the ending. So how do I set this up? Oh, she did another one? stretch. No, she's not gonna do more. Oh, no. He's not gonna do more stretch for us. Not until she needs to turn over, at least. Something like that might work. Is she tap 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 tap? My Momo is kind of like I. Could be work. I was recording the book sketches yesterday, and I was making it harder on myself because I was like, okay, well, I need to have this like angle on the hey Jack, welcome to the stream, good to see you again. Yeah, Cat Cam, and she's given full belly. We may get a nice big stretch. We've got kind of like a half stretch so far, but usually she kind of stretches and turns over, so we might get a big stretch eventually here. Yeah, so I had my little this is a mag stripe, you know, setup tripod. It's like really thin, and you can pop it up, and that's what I usually use to record the sketches. And so I had it balanced on my Kleenex box, and I don't know why I decided to do this ridiculous setup. And oh yeah, that's gonna work. I can draw around this gigantic Kleenex box and my phone. So yeah, I've got one recording where the thing falls onto the drawing, and I'm debating whether I want to use it or not. And after that happened, I think it probably would be funny if I like start the reel out with that and then, you know, fix it and then show the rest of the drawing. But after that happened, I got out my old overhead. It's a really good, looks like a white box, but I forget the brand. It's U something. But has a really nice little mount for the phone. And so I put that one up. It was so much easier. And I just kind of was kicking myself that I didn't do that from the start. But such is life. All right, let's see if we can figure this out. Got a lot of drawing to do today, so I'm hoping live and learn. Yes, exactly. Live and learn and don't be lazy. That's what it is. Because that's what it was. I was thinking, I could get out that thing and set it up, but no, let me just do it this way. Let me just, yeah. And that was pretty funny though. There we go. I'm going to group that, and we're going to spin to win. There we go. I kind of miss spin to win. I used to play an MMO that my favorite character, it was a Korean MMO, and there was this chain blade character that was kind of the same class as this dual blade wielder. They could kind of both do roughly the same thing and use the same equipment. And the other one was kind of funny because it was kind of an OP character that you spin the character around it and it looks ridiculous, but that was how that character got their huge DPS, was from this one spin move. So I always think of that with spin to win. I kind of miss those. I haven't played PoE in a while. Alright, let's see here. Let's ungroup these, and I'm gonna borrow these two, and I'll just bring them down here a little bit. I already know I'm going to need more room here I need the line, and I think that's enough line there, but let me go over here. I'm going to group this and center it, and then a bit, select. Why don't I just go ahead and, I think I need that much room. It's up a little bit. But also, let's make it 30%. Let's just go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Move this up. And then group. Let's see. It's odd that this font has the quotes bumped down like this. But, I mean, yeah, it really kind of bugs me. So let me see if I can... Let's just do some magical trickery here. Make it at 130. Seems about right. All right. This is gonna look weird, but we're gonna do it anyway. And now... Oh, really? So you just decided to completely erase my dash. Alright, that's fine. Whoa! What the heck? What? You know what? I'm just gonna say that's a squirrely... Oops, cancel. Stop, stop, stop. Stop being squirrely. What are you doing? Why is my space doing that? Space is acting like a tab. Have I pressed something? Have I pressed something weird? I don't want bullets. What the heck? Nope, it's still doing it. It's automatically going back to bulleted. What are you doing? Stop it. Heck, gremlins. It has. Impossible. It is Bomb-chan. Impossible. What is that? This is bugging me because I noticed this the other day and what did I press something? It's me. I pressed something. I know I did. Space is acting like tab. Here we go. If your spacebar is acting like a tab key, it usually indicates a setting issue or a hardware problem. Check accessibility settings or full keyboard access. Okay. Can somebody help here? Windows help. Let's go here. Wanted to stop and say, hey Hargender, how are you? Oh gosh. I hope you sleep well. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, that's no help though. Sticky keys is on. Okay, how do you fix sticky keys? How do you turn off sticky keys? How do you turn off sticky keys? Navigate to settings, accessibility, keyboard, and then toggle the sticky keys option off. Usually pressing shift, that's how it happened. Shift 5 times, I'm always hitting shift. Okay. Windows I to open it up quickly. Okay, I'll go. Windows plus I to open it quickly. Alright. Windows. Oh shit. Shoot. Okay. Whoop. Aha! Keyboard. Come on. Where is my keyboard? Game bar, game mode. That's not what. Click accessibility. Okay. I don't see accessibility here. Hold down your shift key for, okay. Let me do that. Okay, sorry, just catching up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, didn't do it. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I even did a little bit longer. Nope. I'm trying to find it. Find it. Fast mash shift. Keyboard. Here we go. I don't want to remove the device. I just want typing. Autocorrect. Here we go. Add space. Add a space after I choose text known. Show text. Advanced keyboard settings. There is no accessibility under, I'll go to advanced settings, desktop language, input. I don't see sticky keys. Turn off sticky keys. Use device. Allow. Use toggle. Filter. Where's sticky keys? Let's see. Screen. Allow shortcut key to start toggle keys. Is that what sticky key? Okay, here we go. Sticky keys is off. Allow shortcut key to start sticky key. Yeah, press shift 5 times to turn sticky keys on or off. It is off. Be like a gamer in a boss fight. I don't know if it's sticky keys. Oh, it worked there? Why did it work there? All right, let's see if we can just, oh, I need to lowercase that. I found the spot in the settings and it's technically off, so I can trick it, I hope, like this. Aha, okay, good. So either I actually succeeded in turning it off or, yeah. That was an adventure. All right. Now we can actually start to draw. It's magic. It's magic. Because Windows, yes. The best OS ever. I can't really say the menu path because my window is in Dutch. Yeah, I'm a big button masher, especially in the, well, yeah. I mean, especially if I'm using like a controller. Yeah, I'm a big button masher. There's when I was playing Nier Automata, that one was heavy button mashing, and I kind of figured out how to dodge in and out. Well, actually more it was like dodging away enough that I could get a shot in on some of those guys. It was more dodging back and kind of dancing around than actual fighting. But once I figured that out, I died a lot less. I tend to hold down or rapid tap certain keys on my keyboard. Yeah, same. Well, I have to, like, I'm always have my left hand on Shift, Control, Alt, and Spacebar because those are the quick keys to change my tools in here. So I kind of have to, but you know, there's sometimes when I zone out or I'm doing something and I'm holding that key down too long, and I think that's why it happens. We're all key smashers here. Key smashers anonymous, or not anonymous rather. No, this is going to be too big. I just need to get started here. The only thing that, I mean, I love my keyboard, but my control keycap is really loose, and it's not broken because I actually broke it once already, and they sent me a replacement, and but it's still kind of just, it sticks, but if I just kind of press it wrong, it pops off. But that's not going to make me replace this keyboard. It's not annoying enough yet. When it does get annoying enough, I'll do something, or something else breaks. Alright. Let's see, I need to do a table. May not be the right. Maybe like that. Although that doesn't seem like the right angle either. And then I need to have this, I need to kind of have the keyboard here too, because Coco needs to and then since Momo's right-handed, we're going to have the mouse here. And there we go. This is just a rough layout of it. So I'm going to have coconut over here. The chair is going to be, because she's kind of pushed back from the table. Just trying to hash this out a little bit. I really don't like that shape of her head. I might have to redraw that. a little better. Excited. I've got, I didn't think it was going to arrive as quickly, but I have a reprint of the Momo Cheat, Marvelous Momo Cheat sticker sheets. When I was going through and doing inventory, I needed to reprint the sticker stamps, and I needed to, because those, so when I did my stock for San Diego, I was choosing, I had to go down and choose like which ones I wanted to go deeper on. And I was like, oh, well, no, the sticker stamps, those won't, they were the first ones to sell out, of course. And I'm just like, damn it. You know, just kicking myself again and again, no matter how hard you try. Sometimes you just can't predict things. So I got those, and as I was going through the files, I saw that, and I hadn't reprinted the Marvelous Momo Cheat set. I think I originally did it in like 21 or 2. It's been a while, so, and that one sold out pretty quickly too, so I'm excited to bring that one back. Omar, hello, welcome to the stream. It does always happen. It happens with t-shirts too, and you know, to some extent plushies, and I mean, there were times when I was doing, you know, when the booth was like almost all t-shirts, you know, there were some that I was just like, I would have put so much money on this one going really fast or being, you know, the star of the show, and only to have it turn out to be the dud, and this other one is just amazing. And that actually happened, weirdly enough. I remember one specific t-shirt design that I thought would be incredible. It would do great. And it only did great at one specific convention, and that was Fanime and in San Jose. And that just stumped me because people would not stop pointing at that one, and I by that time it had already been 2 or 3 conventions that one had been at, and I'm just like, you know, resigned myself to, you know, feel like I'm gonna have to really push that one to get it to move. But they just loved it, and it was a design that, I mean, it was Momo Cheat, and she had heart balloons, you know, kind of, she had them tied around her waist, and she was chasing after this cupcake that also had heart balloons attached to it. So she was kind of flying through the air, and the background of it was a kind of a powder blue sky colored t-shirt. I still think it was a great design, or a fun one at least. But yeah, the other conventions were just like, yeah, no, but Anime San Jose loved it. It's really, really weird. I kind of think her head needs to be lower, or this chair needs to be shorter. So let's start out with chair shorter, because this is a cat, and I usually have the chairs not be that tall. So perhaps I need to redraw my chair. Okay. Why don't I draw Momo first? Let's just delete this chair. also feel like her head may have been a little too big. Whoops. Yeah, that's looking weird. Let's get this figured out here. All right, let's see. Do I want to have her further in the background? Because I could have her kind of this. My phone battery is about to die and mine as well. Aw. Good night, Harjinder. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate that. I appreciate everybody joining me in chat. It's always nice to have company. I think what I'm going to do is drop her back and have her at a different line art. I think that might work. I feel like she's kind of just a little bit further back in the room. I kind of want to draw Coconut holding on to something because she's like You know, she's got her arm out and she's already kind of gripping the edge of her little mat. Let's see. That's not quite where it should be. Her head's over here, but her, like, it's almost like this. She's got her other little paw curled under. I just want to draw a banana or something. Oh, my banana. It would be a plastic bag, more like that would be her personality. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to group her artwork. Oh, zoom in here probably a little too close. Try this again. I think the problem is that this line is too thick. That's a little bit better. Wow. I just got a couple of pops in my spine that were good, but not good, but also I'm glad that they popped because that was kind of a pressure that was not pleasant. Wow, it's a lot of relief. Oh my goodness. Also need a cat stretch. I don't know if I can get her to. Let me see. Oh. I startled her. Oh, we might. Oh, we might. No, we just have a light turn. Bug her too much, she'll leave. And I don't want to do that. I can keep trying. He is much relaxed. Was it so relaxed, much sleepy? Doge thing. Whoops. So I tried, it wasn't Smalls, it was Fresh Pet. I tried Fresh Pet for cats on her, and the initial reaction was really positive. She like hopped right up and was chattering at me, and then she sniffed and considered and reconsidered and reevaluated, and for about 5 minutes, this little bowl that I set out for her, and then she decided to go back to sleep. I was so hopeful. And she's like, yeah, thanks, I hate it. Go back to sleep. But Tuxie likes it, so he'll get a little bit of that. It won't replace his kidney food, but yeah, I was like, oh, she's gonna like it, and because the Fancy Feast that I give her isn't the best, and there have been some reports that, you know, that with that fresh food being more, just having more moisture in it, that it kind of helps them, especially with elderly cats. I mean, she's not elderly yet, but with older cats, they have a lot of issues with kidney failure and getting enough water. And so those fresh, you know, non-kibble foods have been shown to perhaps help with that. So I was like, okay, that's definitely good for Tuxie, and probably would be better, you know, to start her on it, you know, sooner than later. But maybe she'll warm up to it again. I'm going to put another bowl out, but I need to see how long that can actually stay out. I want to just move her eyes a little bit because I want her to be looking directly at Momo Cheat. There we go, that's better. Now her cheek looks weird. There we go. That's better. That's much better. I think maybe just a little edit on the side of her face is what she needed. It's just a little bit too far out. Now that's a little bit too to the other side, but I like her face, how it looks now. Good. That'll work. I don't like this tangent with here, but I can afford to move her up a little bit. Why don't I do that? Why don't I just kind of use the space that I have? I tried this on Pete too, and he prefers his wet food as well. I think he likes the chicken. There's like a Fresh Pet multi-protein and a Fresh Pet chicken. He definitely prefers the chicken over the multi-protein. Alright, so there's that, and let's come back out of that group. And I can delete that, and let's fix up Momo Cheat here and erase some of these extra lines. So my rough draft of the desk is going to be my final draft. All right. Add some more keys in here. So that's good. I'm going to wait to erase her before, I'm just going to wait until I color. Save. I might blow this up to, not blow it up, but zoom in and just having like this right here. So I'll crop out here. And then I can bring this down and she can be standing right beside her and saying, look, and then this is what the screen now reads. Alright, so let's see. How do I want to do this? Let's bring my point size back up. Let's go in here. Actually, let's write this with I don't believe I'll need the base of the monitor because their heads are going to be like right here. Because she's going to be leaning in to look, and then I'm going to have the exclamation point, and then Momo's going to be over here. So I'm going to leave this as it is for now. Maybe just draw in the table here. But I don't even think that's going to be necessary. Her head is going to be like that. And I need to probably group Momo like this. And then I'm going to move her down a little bit. Give her a little grumble. And since the bottom of the chair is about like that, I'm gonna maybe bring it like this. There was a little stretch, just a little one. All I'm getting is more per motor. I'm trying to get her to stretch. I can't really see it, but from this angle you can really see her tummy kind of with her per motor. I'm going to do like the little cursor. Do I need to? Not really. I could do that. I could just leave it. Alright, so I don't need all of that on the monitor. Let's go ahead and delete. I can delete a lot of this extra stuff. I want to leave a little space. That's a really bad tangent right there. It's just cutting off her head. I guess since that's the only thing that's going to be showing, I can afford to move it down a little, maybe. Right there. That might be better. Ariana, hello! Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. And I hope you're... What is today? Thursday. I hope your Thursday is going well. Let's get rid of the bad chair. Momo's shoulder is kind of bugging me. she's didn't get that the right angle here. Maybe it's just the angle of her body as she's kind of. Her paws are up, and if her paws are up, what would be showing is her elbow. Her elbow. Let's see. Or just nothing. You just put nothing. But then I have to have something. Going well, hope yours is too. I'm happy to hear that. Not a good tangent either. I think I'll just end up drawing the keyboard in without, maybe just color and then no lines, because this is already just kind of a mess in here and I don't want that to really draw from what they're looking at. Let's move on. Alright, and I'm gonna have, I think I'm gonna zoom in on her face. Just redraw that really quick. And I need to have a keyboard in here. And then there's going to be like this. And Momo's going to be maybe just kind of shadowy back here. So I want to do like a tack, 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 tap, tap, tap. Maybe I'll have a light bulb, an idea. I'm thinking that Momo in relation to Coconut. So she's coming in on this side and Momo is on this side of the desk. But now Coco's on this side of the desk. And when she makes her changes, I had originally had Momo here. Because I want her to show it to her. Does it really matter? Oh. Let's get this figured out here. Now that I moved those, I need to move these two up. Just need to move them all up. Just need to not about that later. Don't really need any of this, but still draw it in for now, I guess. And I need to put the mouse back in. I think I like her face. I just need to fix her ears and the top of her head. Let's go in here and make a light bulb. Actually, kind of think it might be better just like that. Smaller point size. Oh, let's get rid of that. And group and size. I think those are pieces of momo cheese. I think I might need to. I do like how this paw is kind of, because she's doing her tack tack tack. I'm going to do a tack tack tack. And the, oh, I need to put keys on the keyboard. There we go. Let's bring it down a little. Hello, got a lot to do today. I want to stop by and say hi. Oh, hey Clint, thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate that very much. I hope you'll get all the stuff you need to get done today. That completed. I gotta get myself in the back in the golf course headspace. So I've got to do some edits on a course that I had I thought finished before San Diego, but they want some different edits now, so I've got to redraw it again. And it's not really a, how do I say this tactfully? The reason why this is being redrawn so many times is, I think, probably because of a lack of organization, and a builder that usually can, you know, just say, oh, we'll put it together when we're on site. And this client is a pretty big client, and they don't, you know, and I don't blame them because they'll be putting a lot of money into this, but they want to see the map and they want to see where everything goes, and they want it down to the foot. And so that has resulted in several redraws and a lot more refinement where usually there would not be as much. I think that's a good tactful way to put it. There we go. I think that's a good one. So we've got that done. Let's move all of this stuff out of here. Chin you over. And I'm going to go ahead and drop you down because that's going to be super easy peasy. And I think this is just going to be her paw pointing to the changes on the screen. So that is, with this little bit, that's like 50% done. And I just have to put the other bit on there. This one is her showing Momo what she did. So, and then we've got the hug. So, of course, we need to save. Sounds like we're getting a delivery. Yep. I'll be right back. Did you hear? That's Pete howling at the front door. Oh, I hope you guys heard that. Alright, let me BRB. I'm gonna go get that. Alrighty, I'm back. Let's go back over here. There we go. Oh yes. Stairs. There is 2 designs. I want to see the Momo. Yes. Woo! Oh, they're warm. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's the. Oh, come on. That's volume 1. Oh, this is so good. Excellent. 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 They're warm. Gosh. Volume 2. I changed the top. Yeah. So originally I had volume 1 and volume 2 in the same color, and I figured out very quickly that it was difficult for me to figure out which was which, because it's just volume 1 and volume 2. At a quick glance, you can't really, see it that well. So I changed the coloring for volume 1 to purple and volume 2 to pink, or vice versa, I think. Just confirmed that that's been delivered. I'm sorry, my lady. Did I disturb you? Are you gonna stretch? Are you gonna stretch? No? Almost. Come on. She's not gonna give a stretch. She's just refusing. But she will just, hang out with her paw up like that. That's okay. I think my sound gating caught Pete's howl, but that was pretty good. He doesn't usually howl at the doorbell like that. Well, yeah, he kind of does. What's the temp over there? Oh gosh. We're having a little break. So currently it's 91. What's the feels like? And they're just absolutely adamant that we're going to get rain. It says it feels like 93. I'm calling BS on that. It feels a little bit warmer than that, I'd say, with the humidity. You see 66% humidity. Yeah, not the best. But hey, we're gonna get, it'll be in the upper 80s with the rain. Upper 80s, low 90s, so could possibly go for a walk without dying. Maybe a short one before the sun goes down. I feel like every year I risk it, and because the day is so pretty, and I'm like, oh, I can totally go for a walk. I'll just, stick to the shade. And yeah, there was one time where I was legitimately worried, but I could not call there. I had nothing. I had to get back to my. I didn't have anyone to call, so I had to get back, and or collapse on the sidewalk and have the ambulance get me back. But that one was rough, and that was one where I started out, and it was like 4 p.m, and I took a different way, and I cut behind a building that I don't usually cut behind because it had shade on that side of the building, and I was hopping from shade to shade to get back to my apartment, and it was just, it was not good. That was probably the stupidest thing that I've ever done in terms of exercising out in hot weather. And I kind of want to move these apart a little bit. And now let's group it and center. It's cooling down here. It's a nice 22°C, 70. Oh, you lucky duck. Lucky duck. I'm so looking forward to cooler temps. They're predicting next week. Currently 89, feels like 94. Yeah, that's about like here. It's, well, that's, I mean, it's usually like in the hundreds or something. And it, I mean, so I'm grateful for the 10-point dip, but it's like, man. I'm gonna have to probably figure out how to I might have to make her smaller because I need room to show Coconut saying, you know, look right here. Really not how I want to draw it. Maybe something like that. have to get that. Yeah, no. Did that thunderstorm the other night help cool things down? A little bit. We didn't have the rain, but I feel like it blew out. Well, we didn't have the rain here, but I definitely feel like it blew out some of the kind of oppressive heat. And there were areas in the city that got hail, and really not that far from here, so I was bracing myself, but we never got really anything, and which was weird, but we got all this lightning, and I had some really, that video of the clouds I posted, that was just kind of cool. And when I was taking video of that, I didn't really, I hadn't heard the forecast, and I was just like outside, and I was thinking, oh damn, it looks really cool out there. And then I started noticing the thunder, and I was like, that doesn't sound like, happy. That doesn't sound like the normal grumbly, mildly irritated thunderstorm. That sounds like something a little bit more extreme. And then as the colors started turning, my Midwestern senses started tingling, and I'm like, okay, let's turn on the Weather Channel. And it was a big old red cell that was kind of coming through. I believe it was moving towards the west, which I think is not normal. I think it's usually the other way, but I think it also depends on what's going on in the Gulf and stuff. But yeah, it did blow out some stuff, and I think that's why we're having sub 100 degree days right now. Get this paw right here. I'm just gonna erase everything, and let's just get coconut figured out here. It's just because I think that's a good established. I think that's good for Momo. Although I feel like I should probably make this screen bigger on this frame, because if I'm looking at it, it's only about as tall as her head, and now on this one it's about double the height of her head, so that's a little bit, and it's large here, it's large, well actually it's similar. That's okay. That's giving me more room for coconut, certainly. Try figuring her out. Sometimes her whiskers get really twitchy, and she does air paddles. I think those are hunting dreams. I've never really seen a cat dream as much as she does. I'm suspicious that this is small on her head, but I can always adjust that later. I think it needs to be like a closed, yeah. What I'm trying to do, let's just take this and break it down. I obviously cannot break this down in my head. Body line. This is what I want her to do. Looks like he's doing that. Why can't I draw this today? The paw is going across. Okay, I think I'm close. I think I'm closer. I'm closer. To be further away from her body. I've almost got it. Almost got it. That. That almost looks like she's pointing the finger. Wait a minute, is that what I need? Almost. It's almost what I need right there. It's just like, look. But if I do this and what's this? Getting tired of this arm. All right. I'm gonna let it cool for a minute. Let it cool. That frame is done. Lovely that it goes quick. Delete. Save. And let's move this baloney out. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Apparently you didn't want to move. We'll try again. There we go. Alright, and now I'm at the last bit. And I do want to erase that. I think that's ish. I think it's okay-ish. Oh my goodness! Oh, big stretch! That deserves a belly scratch. Finally you got a big stretch. Not a big stretch, but a big stretch. He's being a little stingy with the big stretch. Yeah, she works it sometimes. I wish she would. She hasn't gotten stuck upside down for a while, but for a good couple of days there, she had a favorite position on her back with just everything out. So I caught a couple of pictures of that, but she has not seen fit to share that with stream yet. So we'll hold out hope. think Momo's head is a little bit too triangular here, but I need to redraw her anyway. And I need to draw the edge of the chair probably in there. These proportions are quite right. I'm doing something like that where she's like something cute like that. I can erase the desk because I want to erase the desk and show the hug. And I can do that because I am the author and illustrator. I say I can do it, so I'm going to do it. I do still want to show Momochi's expression. I think it's important the faces meet kind of cheek to cheek, kind of like that. They're doing a little kitty nose face head bump type deal. And let's get this almost good. I feel like her shoulder needs to be up more, maybe. Ooh. Ooh. A little bit of a longer arm. Actually, the more I look at that arm, the more it's gonna look weird. Another one of those days. Her ears kind of folding, like pointing towards me. And this one could stand to be a little smoother. And of course it's going to be kind of against her face. So I can erase those lines. There we go. Alright. Now let's the large line erasing extravaganza commence. I still think this arm needs to be longer. Here you go, Coco. You got an upgrade on your arm. And I think I'm going to upgrade Momo too. I think I'm going to have her do like a little cheek touch. Like you, sweetheart. I think that's a good expression. And I don't believe that I will need to add in her. I mean, I'll know that, well, of course, that I need to have this portion of her paw be her white sock, but I don't think I need to add that extra little line in there. Go ahead and erase that. There we go. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it here. Alright, there's that. There we go. I like that. I like that. Alright, so now let's come back out here and let's move this sketchy sketch over here. And I think the only thing that I was missing is just a chair. Just a line to indicate the chair. Then let's erase Momo's ear line here. Oh, and all of this. I really left Momo pretty rough. Okay, so let's just fix this. It's because I got frustrated with the arm in that panel. Delete that. Hey Catherine, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well today. This eye is a little too long. Should probably be a smidge thinner. And her forehead stripes are a little wonky, so let's try to fix that. Let's not fix it too much and make it look weird. I think we're almost to the fix it too much and make it look weird stage. Sure. Alright, am I satisfied with Coconut's weird arm? I'm probably going to let this sit a little bit longer, but let's draw in her little elbow for shoulder spot. And I'll draw one more little bit, and let's do a shoulder spot here just to make it look like she's pointing, like look over here, or look over here. Off to lunch, glad to catch you for a bit. Oh, take care, Yana. Have a great weekend, you too. I've been a while. Good. Thank you so much for stopping by, Catherine. Lurking is always welcome. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little whoop right there. Maybe the little whoop did not serve me well. All right, we're gonna not do that. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. I'm not leaving it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Nope, we're not going to leave it alone. Alright, now we're going to leave it alone. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I wanted to save. Alright. You can draw. Sometimes I feel that's more of a question than a statement. Alright, so here is the line art for the comic, and this is a illustrated version of an Audrey Hepburn quote. It says, "Nothing's impossible. The word itself says I'm possible." And so I have Coconut. She sees Momo's frustrated. She's in front of her computer. She has the word impossible written on the screen. And so Coconut gets an idea, and she changes something on the screen, and then she shows Momo, and she shows that she's changed it up to that, and then they do a hug, a big hug. Let's delete that. There we go. All right, so that's the line art done for this, and that's really quite good because I need to switch modes before I get into the color. One last thing that I'll do here before I end stream is I'm going to pop all of my frames to the top and then group each frame with their line art. And why I do that is so when I'm coloring, I drop the color into the group that has the line art, and I use the draw behind function right here to drop all of the color objects underneath the line art, so it keeps it all contained. And when I pop the frames over the top of that, it cleans up the edges, so I don't have to be really tidy when I'm drawing backgrounds and stuff. I can just make sure that, okay, it falls within this big, border here. That's going to clean it up and finish it off. And then also when I'm making, so you can now see that they're all grouped. When I'm making the versions for Instagram and Twitter, it's easy to just pick this up and move it, and pick it up and copy it, and move it over to my set of square artboards over here that I export separately for those other publications. Oh, that's bugging me. We're gonna do this one by one. Oh, it should go to the same height. So it's gonna be the same thing, but just higher. I think that actually looks a little bit better. All right, I'm okay with that. I'm touching it. Leave it alone. No, I refuse. All right, so that'll be it for my stream today. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to my ending screen. Thank you so much for joining me. I always love to have your company and chat. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday and a wonderful weekend. If this is your first time joining, I stream usually Tuesdays and Thursdays for about 2-ish hours each, starting around a little bit before or after noon Central Standard Time. So I'm trying to move it back earlier, but as things have been going, I've not been able to do that. So I'm hoping to keep that or move it up earlier, but you can follow on Instagram or Twitter, and I also post my Go Live notices there. But yeah, thank you so much, Catherine, Jack, Christina, Ariana. I know you've bounced out, but thank you too for joining. Sharon, I know you might be lurking. Jack, I think I already mentioned you. All my lurkers. Clint, I hope you guys have a great rest of Omar if you're still here. I know Harjinder went to bed. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.